Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the 10 rules of money to become rich. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. For decades, I've been providing competent financial advice. In addition, I am a multi-millionaire. During my time in the trenches, I've heard every type of financial advice imaginable, followed many of them, and even provided some of my own. The best of the best is below, a few easy sentences you may follow, that will unquestionably make you richer. Number 1. Never spend more than you make, ever. I started cutting grass when I was 10 years old to supplement my meager allowance. Mom stuffed me in the car for a ride to the bank to open my first passbook savings account minutes after I earned my first buck. Priority 1 is still to set aside money from every paycheck, and send out less than I carry in, even after 50 years. Of course, life being what it is, things haven't always gone as planned. However, getting wealthier every month is as easy as spending less than you earn, and getting poorer is as easy as spending more than you earn. Number 2. Avoid debt like the plague. Debt is treated as if it were a natural part of life by the majority of people. They categorize it as either good debt or poor debt. They talk about it incessantly, as if it were a mathematical puzzle. Debt isn't difficult to understand. You become wealthier by paying money to temporarily use other people's money. You become wealthier by charging money to temporarily allow others to use theirs. You just pay interest in two cases because it makes you poorer, when you have no choice but to do so in order to survive, when you'll make more money on the thing you're funding than you'll have to pay to fund it. Don't borrow unless it will make you wealthier in the long run. Number 3. Buy when everyone's freaking out, and sell when everyone thinks they can't lose. When the economy is booming, rich people ring the register, but that isn't when they made their money. You get richer by saving when no one else will. When unemployment is high, the stock market is tanking, everyone is panicking, and the future is filled with nothing but uncertainty and misery. The cyclical nature of our economy almost guarantees that hard times will arise on a regular basis, and human nature almost guarantees that when they do, most people will freeze like a deer in headlights. Downturns, on the other hand, are the moment you've been saving for. If you believe the world is really coming to an end, stock up on canned goods and a shotgun. Move up if you haven't already. Be afraid when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful, as billionaire businessman Warren Buffett famously advised. Number 4. You can either appear to be wealthy or to be wealthy. When I worked on Wall Street as an investment advisor, I soon discovered that people with a lot of money don't always seem to be wealthy. They are not required to do so. So, who are the high-ranking officials in the tuxedos and driving Porsches? People who make a living selling things to the wealthy are often the ones who do so. I can't recall the last time I put on a suit. I've never owned a new car, and my home is only worth about a third of what I could afford. Diverting your investable funds into things you can't afford, such as vehicles, food, holidays, and apartments, will make you appear wealthy now but keep you from being wealthy later. Number 5. Live as if you're going to die tomorrow, but save as if you're going to live forever. You should always try to get the most out of each and every day of your life. After all, you may not live to see tomorrow. But here's the thing, you're not going to. Set aside some money so you can continue to enjoy all life has to give for as long as possible. Number 6. There are only 6 ways to get rich. The only ways to get rich: marry money, inherit money, exploit a unique talent, get exceedingly lucky, own or lead a successful business, spend less than you make and invest your savings wisely over long periods of time. Owning or leading a profitable company is a dream come true for many people. Spend less than you earn and put your money into long-term investments. Even if you're striving for one of the first 5, if you practice the last one, you'll eventually become wealthy. Number 7. Taking no risk is the riskiest thing you can do. If you want to succeed in something, whether it's money, love, or life in general, you must take risks. When it comes to capital, taking risks entails investing in assets that can lose value over time, such as bonds, real estate, or your own business. Is it possible to get through life without taking any risks? Sure, but you'll never get a hit from the dugout, as my father used to say. Higher returns are usually associated with riskier investments. And that additional return can make a significant difference in the size of your retirement fund. If you invest $200 per month for 30 years at a rate of 12% per year, you'll have hundreds of thousands of dollars more in retirement savings, than if you invest the same amount at 2% per year. The difference between getting rich and getting by is taking a calculated amount of risk. Making risky bets, on the other hand, is simply gambling. Take calculated risks. Reduce risk by learning as much as you can before investing, avoiding putting all your eggs in one basket, and learning from your mistakes. Or, even better, learn from someone else's mistakes. Number 8. Never put your well-being in the hands of others. You have little choice but to entrust your fate to a professional if you require surgery. When it comes to your money, however, never give anyone complete control. It's always a good idea to seek advice. But, no matter who that advisor is or how smart they are, you value your money more than they do. So, if you can't do everything yourself, at the very least know what's going on. Almost anyone can learn to manage their money. Keep your money in the bank if you can't be bothered to take responsibility for it. At the very least, you won't end up ripped off, broke, and blaming your problems on someone else. Number 9. When it comes to data, less is often more. I invested $2,000 in Apple stock about 15 years ago. I sold half of it a few years ago, and then some more a few years later. My remaining shares, however, are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars as I write this. I would have sold everything long ago if I had been watching financial news every day, and reacting to pundits and market gyrations. If you want to be wealthy, invest in high-quality stocks and hold them for a long time. If you really want to kick yourself, invest in high-quality stocks, and then sell them at any time based on something you saw or read. Number 10. Money is time, not the other way around. Whoever said, "time is money," was mistaken. You only have one non-renewable resource, time. It's over when your time is up. So, rather than working for other people and doing things you don't want to do, the trick is to spend as much of your limited time as possible doing things you want to do. Money is the means by which you can do so. If you spend $200 on clothes at the mall, that's $200 you could have invested. If you had earned 12% compounded annually on that $200, you would have amassed around $6,000 in 30 years. Taking inflation into account and assuming a monthly income of $3,000, skipping those clothes today means retiring 2 months sooner. Of course, you'll need to dress. However, you may not require $200 worth of items, or you may have been able to obtain them for less. It's up to you whether you want to do stuff today or waste time tomorrow. Those who choose the former are more likely to remain poor. Those who opt for the latter are more likely to become wealthy. Which one will you pick? What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.